just told the guys, basketball guys rewarded sacrifice. He's giving up that starting spot and being a team guy and a professional for him to make the game-winning basket. That's what it's about. You know, I thought he had one, probably the best game of the year. He just played smart. He was aggressive right from the start. He made the plays he needed to be, competed defensively, and for him to get the game-winning drive, you know, after coming off the bench for the first time, is really a testament to who he is as a professional.
Well, Coach, obviously you mentioned baseball, but John Collins in particular seemed to get to the rim a lot and also was in on that last stop there. Yeah. So just tell me what you thought about Collins.
No, you know, his effort, his energy, he's off that minute restriction, so, you know, I told him all game, he had 2 fouls in the first quarter, and I told him to play free. He was going to get his third, he was going to stay out there. I just wanted his mind and his spirit to be free and just play out there with all his athleticism and effort and energy. And so in the pick and rolls, we were able to find him. He was able to get and put pressure on their defense, get behind the defense and get to the rim, and then defensively for him to make a play like that at the end. He just had that bounce all game, so he was in the right spot and made the right play at the end for us.
Was the decision to put Bazemore back in the lineup for crunch time just a matter of him having a good game or Kevin not having that experience?
No, it's just, you know, the way you do it. We got caught in the Clipper game where I thought Trey and TP, they played 12 minutes and they just wore down. And so just trying to keep fresh bodies. We had a lot of guys play well tonight. Trey specifically on Kemba defensively. I thought Kevin played well offensively, had 5 assists moving the basketball, and then Baze was playing well all game. And so we played small a little bit more tonight than we've done, and we switched pretty much everything defensively, and it was working for us. So, you know, I ended up getting Dwayne out of the game so we can go 1 through 5 and switch everything. But that was more the decision, the guys that could switch defensively, and we had a bunch of guys playing well offensively.
Coach, how well does the guy, I mean, how do the guys take it? So you dropped your streak. To do it defensively, how well does it take?
I mean, it's important. Obviously, I thought we competed all night, and to come up with a stop at the end, a little redemption from that Laker game, it's kind of how we lost it. So to be in a position to win the game defensively, and the guys were on the same page. We have a coverage that we use at the end of games like that, and I thought they did a very good job of executing it. But it's a good feeling to know that you come together defensively to win the game. We know Baze made the play at the other end, but there's 4.6 seconds left, and to do it and to be on the same page is always a good feeling. And it's a teaching point for our guys to understand this is why we practice these situations on a daily basis.
Congratulations again,
Thank
Coach, on the win. Could you talk a little bit about the energy in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, you know, I know the guys felt coming out, you know, going into the fourth in a position to win. The energy was there. The guys were together in the huddle. They were communicating with each other the entire time. And you know, I thought it was great to see that no one really, you know, guys that were subbed out weren't bothered by it. They gave all they had while they were out there, and then when someone came in, they were encouraging the other guy. And so that's a step in the right direction after what we've been going through. But that was more important to me than who was on the court. The energy of the bench, the energy of the guys supporting the guys on the court was big.
Coach, you guys started off a little bit slow again first quarter, but tell us about the impact. DeAndre Bembry, I think he had like 10 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds in the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't even need to look at a stat sheet with him. You know, his energy when he gets into the game changes everything we do. You know, he's an attacking guy, gets downhill and into the paint, and defensively, he's the guy that's been our most consistent defender all year. And so, as long as he brings that energy, and we know he does, he's always going to impact the game. But our first, the first quarter, I thought we overhelped a little bit too much, and that's how they got some of their threes. They were 7 for 11 in the first quarter from 3, and then 2 for 9, I think, in the second. We were just overhelping, and we corrected some of those mistakes. I didn't think it was lack of effort or energy. We just got caught overhelping, probably doing a little bit too much.
Coach, can you talk about your change in the rotation and having Bazemore on the bench?
Yeah, it's just, when you're struggling, when you're trying to find something, we've experimented a couple times this year, and we'll probably continue to do so. It's a good role tonight, and hopefully it's something that as Kevin gets going as well, and Baze can continue to play that way, we'll stick with it. But we got to keep exploring and looking at, we started one way and finished another, and it'll probably be like that as we keep moving. But I think in our situation, the guys that are playing well, the guys that are playing with consistent energy and effort, that's what we're gonna look for. And we'll mix up some lineups. Trey and Jeremy played a couple minutes together. John played the 5 a little bit together. You know, to say it's gonna be that way the entire time, I don't think so, but we'll keep exploring what works for us.
You just touched on it a little bit, but with Bays having a successful game, do you expect him to come off the bench moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna stay with what we have. You know, I don't wanna say this is gonna be it for the rest of the year. We got a lot of basketball left, but I think, you know, what he did was he wanted to help us get over this hump, and it worked, so I don't think he's gonna walk in and say, Coach, I wanna start again. But we'll stay with what's working right now, and we'll continue to explore what's not, and move forward. But, you know, we got a different matchup on Tuesday, and, you know, they've got some bigs, some 5s on Whiteside, and Bam, that are a little more aggressive, and it's a little harder for us to switch. So, you know, what worked tonight is gonna be a different game plan on Tuesday, and we gotta figure out what works there as well.
Coach, Trey struggled a little bit shooting previously. How good was it to see him knock down some shots tonight, especially since he was practicing after the game on Friday?
Yeah, I think that's for him. You know, this is a make-or-miss league. You guys understand that. I told him yesterday, I said, there's gonna come a point, hopefully it's in December, hopefully it's at the end of the month, where you're saying, man, what happened in November? Why couldn't I make shots? And it was good for him to see the ball go in the basket and understand that, you know, the numbers balance out at the end of the year. They're gonna balance out. He's just gotta commit to his routine, commit to his program, and get the reps up, and just trust that if he's making the right plays and taking the right shots, they'll fall. And that's what he does, and that's what all our guys do. And they were 18 for 45, we were 16 for 39. The shots were falling on both ends tonight. But he's just gotta play the right way and trust that the work he's putting in is gonna be rewarded at the end.
Coach, after getting this win, is it a bit of a sigh of relief in the locker room? What are the guys feeling? Tell me what the mood is like and how they feel.
A lot of happy and smiling faces. I just walked out. You know, the last game I was here, you probably waited about 20 minutes. I just told him I'm just glad I didn't have to speak for 15 minutes after a game. You know, and that's just enjoy it. There's nothing to talk about. Just enjoy it. This is the feeling we want to have, where the guys are happy, the guys are, you know, a lot of touches in the locker room, and just sharing the victory with each other. So, of course, they're happy, they're relieved. Trey making shots, Bates coming off the bench and playing well, getting the game-winning shot. John getting off, you know, no restriction on the minutes, getting the game-winning block. There's a lot of things to be happy about, and they're in there, and it's a good feeling.
You shortened the rotation down to 10. Tonight it's been 11 or 12 for the last couple of weeks. Is that by design? Is that matchups? Or what?
It was by design. I talked to Vince before the game and told him I was going to keep him out tonight. He probably has been waiting for that. You know, but I think it's hard, you know, and I've said it before. I've been playing 11, 12, 13 guys. A lot of it because it's been a necessity. We get down, we've been put ourselves in a tough spot, and I'm just trying to find anybody to bring us energy. Tonight we were all right, and we had a lineup and a rotation that we wanted to stick with, and we had an opportunity to do it because the game was under control from start to finish. So it was good to keep a rotation and the guys to have and know that, you know, while they're out there, they can play free, and also know that when they're coming out, they're going back in. So it does feel comfortable. Again, you know, different games present different matchup problems and issues and concerns. We may need more bigs on Tuesday. We may need less. I don't know, but we'll figure it out moving forward. But it is good to play 10, 9.5 as opposed to 12 or 13.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.